when I start. It's been a busy week.
Just one group. Nobody's. I don't know. Josh nobody's.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why. Wasn't thinking.
Okay, Byam, darkecha. The Maimer Kapnas, page Reish Samach. Reish Samach. Pergal Yehudi Tamid Oila. So, of course, during a time of Katnas, a person feels that he is a Yored, not an Ola. He feels that he's descending, not ascending. That's how one feels. We all go through that. We know it's not a good feeling. And the word Yerida is very, very generously used to describe the smatzav that a person's in. Someone that's not doing particularly well in his avodas Hashem would feel very strange calling this a time of an aliyah. It's not that. Yerida seems to be an accurate description of what's happening. But it's a very, very chitzonistic description. It needs to be understood because in Pneumius, of course, the Yerida is not just L'tzarech Aliyah, but in a certain way, in Pneumius, it's already the beginning, not just L'tzarech Aliyah, but it's already the beginning of the Aliyah. So that's what we're going to learn, which is, again, all of these are discussed in the Svarim Kedoshim Barichas. Here, Mechaber is just telling us the bare Yesod, without all the Psukim and the Chazals and all what the Yesod is. Okay, Reish Samach. Yesh no Yesod ba'avoda. There's a Yesod in Avodas Hashem. Shemisha zaychel lahavin asal, v'liknos asal b'libo. The person who understands this, it's not so pashut. The person who understands this Yesod and is able to acquire this, to be kind of this in a deep way. Misyashavas lo havoda b'zmani hakatnas v'heder ha'or. He's able to continue on in a good way with his avoda during times of katnus and heder or a lack of light in his life. He's able to He doesn't get thrown off. He doesn't lose his balance. Not only that, when you understand this Yisod, not just understand, but when you're kind of this Yisod, it'll take away many questions when it comes to the Mahalchim of one's Avodas Hashem. Yisod Zem is Bor B'Svar Makadoshim. B'frat Higdir Osor Rabbeinu HaTaras Chacham. This is something that's found in the Kabbalah Svar, especially in the Sefer Taras Chacham. Shohei Talmido Hamuvak Shel HaRashash HaKadosh. It was a big Talmud, a great Talmud of the Rashash. Hu she'ein siluk moichin la'olam. Ein siluk moichin la'olam. If we translate that into simple English, means that in truth, on a deeper level, godless never really goes away. Moichin, that higher level that one was on, or that time that it was the opposite of a Yerida. It was a time that was lichtig, that was strong, that was shining. The truth is that it never goes away. Of course, that's all Siluk Moichin, it's all Kabbalah, and you can make charts and all kinds of things, but that's not what we're doing now. What it means, Ein Siluk Moichin La'olam, means when there was something that you had that was very, very great, even though it feels like you've lost it, you really haven't lost it completely. You're just not experiencing it right now. You're not seeing it right now. You're not feeling it right now, but it's not gone. We were talking about this yesterday in the Yeshivas Nefesh Chabur, and it's rooted deeply in Chazal in many places. Just in Taf Nun Gimel, if you look on the bottom, things are Gemara, Gemara Tanis, Fanirmas Enyin Zeh, Meshamu Gemiri, May of Yahavi Mishkal Shakli. Gemara there says that when from Shemayim a gift is given to a person, Mehav Yahavi, when a gift is given to a person from Shemayim, so Mishkal Shakli, it's not taken away. I think that would be the best way to put that is that Hashem's not an Indian giver. You remember that? Indian giver. That's probably a racist comment, expression, but well, there's truth to it also. But Hashem is not an Indian giver. So the Sfas Emes, for instance, just an example. This Sfas Emes in a few places talks about this, that the not just the Sfas Emes, but he has many places where he talks about how the Or of the Luchos Rishonos, even though the first Luchos, we're coming up to Kesisas next Shabbos, so even though the Luchos Rishonos, the first Luchos were broken, and the first Luchos are Madrega, of Mein, Olam Haba, of Mashiach, of Lasad Lava, all the Madregas of the first Luchos, Esbelakim, whatever. All those Madregas of the first Luchos, so the Luchos were broken, Lamaisa. But he uses his Gemara to explain that when Chazal tell us that the Luchos were broken, but the Oisius, the letters, flew off the Luchos before the Oisius flew off, and the Oisius are there. So the Luchos are broken, and of course the Shivei Luchos were put into the Aron as well. But the Oisius were Parchas Ba'avir, the Oisius are Parchas. The Oisius, there's a whole thing from the Baz wrote about this, what that means with the Oisius being in the air. But what the Sfas Emes says is, this is the Yisod, that when a gift is given from Hashem, when He gives us a gift, it's not taken away. It's not taken away. Now, the Luchos were broken, so we didn't receive the Guf and the Neshama of the Luchos. We didn't receive. The letters flew off. But because the Oisius are still there, we're able to exist, we're able to live as Jews and to breathe and to continue on, and we're able to even learn Pnimius Torah and Sidus of Torah and so on and so forth without going into all these nafkiminis that are because of that continue, that exist because of this Metzias. But the Sfas Emes says that's the Yisod, that when Hashem Yisborach, when Akash Baruch Hu's Mehav Yahavi, when Hashem Yisborach gives us something, when He gives us something, the Mishkal Ishakla, He does not take it away. When a person gives us someone that we love, and that person dies, so the Luchos are broken. So there's no neshama b'guf. So we no longer have this person with us in the way that we can talk to and enjoy. That person's not here anymore. But once the gift was given, it's not taken away. That neshama, the neshama still exists. And there's also nafkiminis because of the existence of that neshama. You say it should be a melis yoshu, whatever it is. But the gift is not taken away. It's just living and continuing on in a different world, in a different mitzias. But it's still there, and because it's still there, it's going to return. We're going to get back to Luchos Rishonos, and that neshama is going to return the guf with Chis and Mesa. And this is what it means. Ein siluk moichin la'olam. So back on top, Bahainu, in terms of our avoda, Bahainu. Shekol ma she'odam zoiche b'ruchnius. That whenever a person receives his own luchos, he was zoiche to experience and to reach a certain madrega in ruchnius, whatever level it is, you was zoiche to something in ruchnius. Einu never memenu lo'olam. It never completely leaves you. Never. Bad things go away. Bad stuff goes away. Tshuva, you do tshuva, it's finished. Not only that, when it's tshuva mehave, it never even happened. But when it comes to a gift that you were able to acquire through your avoda, that you reached something, you achieved something, you accomplished, and you felt something in your ruchnius, even though right now you don't see this at all. So the luchos were broken. You don't see this at all. You don't have the isis and that. You don't see the isis. You don't see the letters. But the truth is that Einu never been a Therefore, sometimes, even afterwards, so there'll be some tiny little bit of hisayrus. And then, like this Vasemis, the Lashon that he uses, that ha'oisius me'irim, that the oisius, you see the oisius for a second of what it once was. You can see the oisius for a second. And they might fade once again to the back, but they're there. The letters are there. The oisius of your avoda are there. Unless Avad Loyal, they're not. They're in the shadows of your life. They're in the shadows of your moichin, but it's not siluk of moichin. It's not that the moichin. It's not that the madrega is gone, finished. It's not. That's not the truth. Ein siluk moichin la'olam. Kol ma she'adam zoiche b'ruchnis ein never b'mein la'olam, but tamid hu mamshich hala l'madrega gvor yosef. And because of that, in previous, that moichin that was there and is still present in a way that is hidden, it continues to serve as a step in your life that can be used to reach higher madregas, that can be used to reach higher steps. Because the truth is that something was accomplished. Something with that. That's what we were talking about yesterday in Meshivas Nefesh, Rabbi Nachman's Eitz, about reaching back to that, remembering that, and reaching back to that Zvicha Harishon. Calls the Zvicha Harishon, that light, that first art, that Zvicha Harishon. Trying to instead of mourning the loss of what I used to be, but understanding that it's still there, and you can reach back to that and lahamshich hala, to go forward. Mamshich hala madrega gvor yosef. So v'hinei I read how the Shar Kavanas mevayer es seder ha'oros tasefes ha'neshama shel Shabbos. So this yisod that we're just learning about, which we've spoken about in many ways over the years, but this yisod, she'ein siluk moichin la'olam, exists in all three levels of olam, shana, and nefesh. A physical space, time, and the soul. The soul we just talked about, we'll talk more about that in a minute. As far as physical space is concerned, there's a reason why we all like to go to the Kosa, because the Beis HaMikdash was destroyed. So these are sugis and shas of kedusha v'shan kitchel shayda kitchel asalama. That's how we pass. That the kedusha, and even according to ones who say that it's not lukish, that's only talking about kedusha, the guy about halachas and so on and so forth. But they also agree that there's a rishim, that there's a residue of kedusha by the Makom HaKadosh. What does it mean a Makom Kadosh? You go to the kever of Tzaddik, you go to Makom Kadosh. There's a gift that was given to us and it's never been taken away. So when you go to the Ohel, take a 20-minute drive and you go to the Ohel. So the tzaddikim, the Lubavitch Rebbe and the Frierdiker Rebbe, those gifts were never taken from us. And there's a rishimu of those gifts, the Oisis Aparchas, especially by the kever, by the oil. And we feel that. But you go to a kever of a tzaddik, and we know that the Oisis Aparchas. The guf, the shattered luchos, the bodies are gone in the tzaddikim. But the Roshim of the kedusha, or even ad kedei kach, that the famous story about, without going now with all the names of Mr. Tzaddikim, but the tzaddik was when he had to be poil a certain Yeshua, he would go to a place in the forest and he would daven by that tree, and he was able to poil all kinds of amazing things. And then the next generation, the tzaddik, and the next generation didn't know exactly didn't know what the tefillah was and the shemus that were used. He didn't know, but he knew where the tree was in the forest, and he would go and daven by that tree, and he was part of the same Yeshuas. And then the following generation, they didn't know where the tree was, but they knew which forest it was, and he would go to the forest, and he was part of the Yeshua. And then the next generation didn't know, not the forest, not the tree, but he knew how to tell over the Maisa. And by telling over the Maisa, and by davening, he was part of the Yeshua. But there's a regime of Kedusha by that tree, and that forest. And even talking about it is more that or of the tree in the forest, whatever that tzaddik brought down in that place, and why davka that place. It doesn't go away. It's there. It's there in a different form, but it's there.
You say like Kevarachal, even if that's not Kevarachal, all the tears of all the tefillos also.
100% that pile. Yeah. That's in Olam, in the world. That's why when there's so many things on this about this, but if a tzaddik was in a certain place and there was a certain avodah that took place in that the tzaddik did in that place, it's easier for you to daven in that place. Even though you don't know. There are many stories like this. I'm not just going to go into the story, but there was a tzaddik that once davened in that place, and you, for whatever reason, you ended up in that place. I'm not talking about the kever or something famous. There are many stories like this. The tzaddik was once in that place, and then you don't know why, but you had like a good Shemon Esrei in that place. Not because there's a ghost or something. There's a rishima. There's a Ein Silik Moichin Oilam in a physical place. Ein Silik Moichin Oilam. That's why the Tanya says that even if I had all the money in the world, I need Dar Makom Torah. Even if I had all the money in the world, I only want to live in a place where there's Torah. So the Chavetz Chaim is, so if you have all the money in the world, just like build a new place. If you have so much money, just build another place. Like, what do you have to, any Dar Makom? What are you looking for a place? Why are you looking for a place? There says that Klal Yisrael feels that there are certain places, we don't know how, there are certain places where there was an or. It's like there's a way that the tzaddikim were able to detect that there was something. We don't know how. You can ask this place. Well, there was no Kabbalah Torah. There's no Kabbalah Torah in the 5 towns of Muncie and Monroe or in Lakewood or these places in Chustars. There's a Kabbalah Torah. And there just so you can say, yeah, we understand. You know, David Melech was here, David Melech was here, and the Nevi'im were here, and Malachim were here, and all this stuff. But who was over here? Nobody said this is no place or nothing. What is it? Chustars. There was an Elachid. It came to that place. There was no avodah in that place. Now, what? And it's very, very, very hard to start something new in a place. It's very hard. So Chavetz Chaim said that one of the reasons why we saw that there's a gzeira that he said that tzaddikim or sheshivas that they have to drag around collecting money. You know, that you see, they have to collect for the yeshivas, they have to collect for some good causes. It's because when the tzaddik comes to that place and he davens a mincha there, before the appeal. So he makes a kriya so that it will be easier for them to learn Torah and to daven in that place. Just by the tzaddik showing up for mincha or something, he davened in that place. He's able to give that place a certain gift of art, and it doesn't go away. So that the Jews that are there, and there are many stories like that. Chofetz Chaim said this, that not just because he said there were people that would go to collect money some places. So like Rabbi Khan came to America before the war, and he went all around America. Or Meir Shapiro came to America to collect money for Chacham Lublin. And he was here for a long time. He went to every little town where there were Jews, and many kids from those places ended up going to yeshivas and becoming. Many stories like this. It wasn't just that they were coming to get money; they were coming to give. And they went to those places that something was there that wasn't there before. So that's in physical space. It's a very, very big Indian physical space. What that means and how that works. And it's in time as well. He says that Rizal B'Shar Kavon is Mavaris Seder Ha'oros Teisefes and Neshama Shel Shabbos. So the Rizal talks about this additional neshama that we will have on Shabbos, the neshama Yisrael. B'Ayim B'Shav Yom Revi, the Rizal explains that on Wednesday, Maschilul is Galus Ha'oros HaShabbos. On Wednesday, the Or of Shabbos begins to descend into this world. The Or of Shabbos begins on Wednesday. And therefore, in the Kisvei Hari, in the Shar Kavonis, he has Kavonis to help to think about settling, adjusting to that reality of the Or of Shabbos beginning to make its way into the world and into you. And to have Kavanas. Shibuchinis Olam Asiyah. Of this Or arriving in our world. The Or of Shabbos arriving in our world. The Yom Chamishi, Olam Yosef. And by Thursday, it's a higher level. It goes higher. It moves from nefesh. Yikaven lekabel ruach yisera. So first it's nefesh. First there's that appearance of nefesh yisera, Wednesday. Thursday is ruach yisera. Shubachin is olam hayitzira. It's the beginning of the Olam HaYetzirah. Byam Shishi Yikaven Lekabel Neshama Yisera. And Erev Shabbos, the kavanah is to be Makabel the Neshama Yisera. So Wednesday, Nefesh, Thursday, Ruach, and Friday, Erev Shabbos, Neshama Yisera. Now these are nice things, these are nice words, but by the tzaddikim, they saw this. This is a reality. Vaya of the Nefesh, but the Neshama Yisera left. It's gone. It's just the kavanis and the hamshachas. She bechinas olam habriya. Va'oz yiskel ikanas l'Shabbos. And then that Rizal says you can be zeicher to come to Shabbos. She bechinas olam hatzilus. Shabbos is olam hatzilus. It's the highest form. V'achrei Shabbos. So now what happens Motzei Shabbos? V'achrei Shabbos hey mistalkim bois seder. So the siluk, the disengagement, so to speak, is in the same Seder. Byam Rishon Sunday, Yikaven lahashir es ha'oros haneshama. On Sunday, the kavanah should be Yikaven lahashir es ha'oros haneshama, to hold on to the or of the neshama. Shetishor kol yom rishon, that for the entire Sunday there should remain the shirayim of the or of the neshama. Byam Sheni, Yikaven lahashir es haruach. Byam Shlishi es hanefesh. V'az Byam Revi, Maschila ha'achon l'Shabbos haba. And the Wednesday begin the achonis for the coming Shabbos. Is that Torah Divrei Arizal? Leaving out a couple of decades of learning. That's Torah of Divrei Harizal, that cycle. It's Torah of Divrei Harizal. According to this, what's happening is that the avoda is going around in circles kol shavua, every week. V'chol Shabbos to Shabbos, hamoich v'aneshama hayisera, and every Shabbos, that moichin, that madrega, moichin and neshama yisera, boim lefaneh, arrive earlier, u'mistalkin lachareh, and leave later. Again, they leave later. The madrega leaves later, but it leaves behind the gift that we had. Leaves behind that reisha, that or. And then we pick that up, that frequency, and we begin again. Nefesh, ruach, neshama. The frequency is there. The or is that the oisius of Shabbos are parchos. The letters, the luchos of Shabbos are broken. Shabbos is done. So the luchos of Shabbos are broken. But the or, the oisius of Shabbos, the letters are parchos ba'avir. The letters of Shabbos are there, remain. Come back. V'chayzer chalila, shuv v'shuv. V'zet tomo v'kosha. This seems to be strange. Kim kach, ma ha'inyan b'zeh. What is this? U'mavar ha'taris chacham, shebe'emes ein silak moichin. So this is the yesod that the Taris Chacham is talking about, and the tzaddikim, that the truth is that ein silak moichin. That the moichin, the madrega, is not, it's not dead. It's not gone. And that which we receive before Shabbos, it doesn't, and what we receive on Shabbos, doesn't go away.
Amen.
And so it is with every yontiv. It's the whole thing of Isru Chag. It's a strange thing. It's Isru Chag. Which is now another reason why teachers shouldn't go to work. As if there aren't enough. 3 weeks before Pesach or something. We're coming up to Isru, Tu B'Shvat, Isru, Lag B'Omer. We're getting there. The teachers are hopeful. They're discussing it in the teachers' lounge. We're going to get off. What?
Yom Shekulah Shabbos.
Yom Shekulah. No work at all. Right. Isru Chag means doing our best to hold on to that. Isru Chag ropes. Isru Chag means to hold on. Therefore, any single effort that anybody ever makes in his avodas Hashem, to try to overcome a Yetzirah, and that effort wasn't even successful. The effort also exists. That was energy in Ruchnis. Unfortunately, the results were that project failed. You exerted that ruchnistic energy to overcome that Yetzirah, and sadly, in Metzias it failed. But the oisius of that energy, of that effort, los avad l'olam, are not lost. Los avad l'olam. Chol tefillah b'chol avodah v'sgabros. Halachas kama v'kama, when there's a hisgabros, when the person mamish was misgabros. So you feel like you're empty, you feel like you're weak, and the oisius are parchos. And if you're zeicha, and you try, and you want, you have that in your arsenal to start again. Nefesh, ruach, neshama. doesn't go away. He called Masha Adam Kana V'Zacha, because whatever a person was Kana V'Zacha, Einu Nevad Mimenu. Umasha Magishim Vai of the Nefesh. Shabbos leaves Vai of the Nefesh. Misham Yisei it goes, it's gone. Vai of the Nefesh. And the person feels that way after a Yontif, and when he walks away when he leaves Yerushalayim, he leaves Eretz Yisrael, Vai of the Nefesh. And when a person was on a higher, was doing something in his learning or his davening, Vai of the Nefesh, and now he's not, or he has to go to work. And that feeling after Simchas Torah, after all the Yom Tovim and everything, Vai of the Nefesh. I'm on the train. You make a cheshbon. Yesterday at this time, it was a coffee or something, and now I'm fighting for a seat or something on the train. Vai of the Nefesh. So there's a terrible feeling of the Nefesh. Ein ze biglal shebemes holcha nefesh. It's not because the nefesh is gone. Bemes hakol nishar. The truth is hakol nishar. And I was talking a little bit about that a few weeks ago. But in Ishbitz Svarim, there's a lot on this. In all the Svarim, but in certain tzaddikim, this is a very big yisod. In Ishbitz, you see this a lot. I was explaining from Tfez Yosef, that your life is dangling before your eyes. It says in Pasuk. Now in the darkecha, that's a scary thing. It means that you don't know if you're going to get up in the morning. It's scary. Right? It's one of the not good things in Kisavo, in the darkecha. But we know that all of those not good things in Pneumius are brachos. The tzaddikim saw that. So when it says that your life is dangling before your eyes, it means that the mitzias is that all of the good things that you've ever done in your life are dangling before your eyes. They're there. All of the madregas, all of the iris are there. Not the bad stuff. Bad stuff when it comes Shabbos, you say, Mekabel Shabbos, Kagav, try to do a little tshuva, you come to Kagavna, Slikin, Rechikin, everything, all the bad stuff. Bye-bye, gone. But the good stuff is it's Tluim Lecha, it's standing in front of your eyes. I spoke about it a little bit by Shal Shus a few weeks ago. It's there. You just don't see it. You don't feel it. It's there. Because it's come time for you to ascend to a higher madrega. So Shabbos is ended. Now it's time for you to come to a higher madrega. And that begins with Choshech. So that means a new week. It means darkness, the 6 days of the week. But it means darkness that has in it the residue, or not the residue, that hidden mitzias of the or of Shabbos. Of Shabbos. It has the or of Shabbos. But the mitzias that you're in right now is Sunday. Sunday is darkness. But it has in it. See, that's what Arizal was saying. That on Sunday, there's still that in the Shama. Again, nefesh and so ruach and nefesh. So you're not working in that darkness in a place of utter darkness. Chas v'shalom. So in Pneumius, we have the cumulative collection of all the Shabbos and Yontivs of our lives. Of all the Shabbos and Yontivs of our lives. And we have the cumulative mitzias of all of the avodas, of all of the shachos and chamaros of our lives. We have that. It's It's there. The oisis aparchos, the luchos are broken. So when a person is in choshech, so Shabbos is over, vai of the nefesh. The same way that when Adam and Chava were, I'm saying it politely, were asked to leave. You know, it wasn't so nice, but they were asked to leave Gan Eden when they were thrown out. So there's the Or HaGonas of the light of the 6 days of creation was somehow taken with them. And the tzaddikim are zoichet to tap into the Or HaGonas. The whole Chanukah is about that. But it's not just Chanukah. There's no Or HaGonas from that light of creation. That because Adam and Chava, before they had to leave, because they were allowed to stay for Shabbos. So before they had to leave, but Adam and Chava, the Aveira was on Erev Shabbos. So the Or HaGonas of Bereishis was extinguished. But it remained for Shabbos. And then there was a siluk of Or, then the light of creation, the light of the 7 days of creation, that light was taken away. That's why we make Havdalah, to try to pick up the Isis HaParchas. That's what Havdalah, the candle of Havdalah, is to try to pick up that Or for the coming week. That's what that is. Well, the tzaddikim are Zaycha, they're able to use the Or HaGonas, as the Svarim say. So, with any previous Iris that were there, going back to the original Or of creation, the Iris did not, Ein Silicon, they're there. So there's no such thing as absolute and utter darkness. There's no such thing as utter darkness. Mashakosov Arizal Sheikavin Byam Rishon Shel Tistalik and Neshama Yisera, and Arizal is writing about these kavanas on Sunday that the Or of the Neshama Yisera shouldn't disappear. Pirushahu Shebyam Rishonhu Sarach Lakachis is a Marichin Shel Shabbos, that on Sunday you should take the Marichin of Shabbos. Shem Chinis Olam Atzilas. The Marichin of Shabbos is the highest level, which is the Olam Atzilas, the world of Atzilas. Shemem Bohir La'odem Bebehirus Atzuma. What's the Or of Atzilas? It's that clarity, absolute clarity. Shakol Hashem is Baruch Hu says everything is from Hashem. So we're not talking about Kabbalah things. It's having that clear emunah that's the Or of Atzilas, that everything is Hashem. That Shabbos is no malacha. There's no Indian of it, because everything is Hashem. So I don't create. I don't do anything. Everything is Hashem. That's the Or of Atzilas of Shabbos. Vein Od Milvado. It's the Or of Ein Od Milvado. That's the Or of Shabbos. That's Neshama Yisera, the Or of Atzilas. There's nothing but God, like in the Olam Atzilas. Not talking now about Malachim, about Ifanim and Srafim and Chayis. It's Olam Atzilas. Ein Od Milvado. So what Arizal is talking about, picking that up on Sunday, is how to draw from that Or of Shabbos to hold on to that Or of Ein Od Milvado and continue on with it into Monday. Of course, it's hard and it gets dimmer and weaker because of the circumstances of life in this world. So it goes then to Yitzir and to Asiyah, and we begin then to Wednesday. It begins to turn back towards the higher iris of the Neshama Yisera. Lachnisam l'toich olam habriya, madregas Neshama v'al yidei zeh, gam b'madregas zu yebaru lo metzias Hashem z'baruch b'behirus gemura. To try in this way, that on Sunday and Monday, to live with the behirus, with clarity and strength of emunah from the iris of Shabbos. Afshasham yesh ma'at hastaros, even though already on Sunday, Monday, the hastaros, it's already there's concealment. The phone and the work and different things, and it's not Shabbos. But the Isis are there. the Beis on Monday, Avodas Gedol Yoser. So now it gets harder. The Avodah of Monday is harder. Vilachnis is or Behirus Gamlo Elamatzi, because now you're trying to bring this or and this Behirus into a lower level of existence. Adregas Ruach. Byam Shlishi on Tuesday, Lachnisim Elamatzi. Adregas Nefesh. V'hainu Sha'afilu Ba'olam HaChoshuch V'Tachtan Hazeh. It's the whole purpose of our existence. That even in this dark and low world, Elamatzi, it's already Tuesday, and you feel the darkness of the Olam Hasiyah. As we move from Shabbos, the darkness thickens. Nevertheless, Ta'ir Metzius Hashem Baruch B'Yichudo. The light of Hashem and the oneness of Hashem is still shining. You're able to pick up that light. It might not be as strong, it's not as strong, but you're able to pick up on that. And that idea that everything is Hashem, that the Behirus Gemurah, to have that Behirus, that clarity, come over Shabbos. So you're able to have a Shabbos Dikah Ha'ara. I'm sure you all remember that there's a whole to do between the brothers, between the Rabbi Ramelech and the Rabbi Abzusha about Shabbos with the clothing. Remember this story? It's a murder gemaisa. But without going into the pratim, the Maisa that there was a whole thing between the tzaddikim about the Shabbos Dikah begodim. How is it possible that if you putting on the Shabbos Dikah levush, that there would be a hergish of Shabbos even though it's not Shabbos? So the Mezritch Magid, so they were arguing whether or not whether there's a Metzias of Shabbos. After it was revolving this sugi, and the Mezritch Magid told them that if you put on the Shabbos Dikah levush during the week, so even such a simple thing like just putting on a Shabbos Dikah levush during the week, so even that levush has in it is something to have this Shabbos. That's why l'chadchila a person should have clothing for Shabbos that he never ever wears during the week, so Shabbos Yom Tov. And that's not if you wear a special Shabbos Dikah levush, but if you're wearing a suit and you have that suit, then you shouldn't wear that. It should be a Shabbos Dikah suit. I mean, if you have a mamish Shabbos Dikah begodim, so Bekish or something, it's easier. But even if you wear Goyish clothing for Shabbos, it should be a special, meaning a short suit or something. It should still be a Shabbos Dikah suit. If a person can afford it. It's not so. People that couldn't. My father said he still remembers that there were people back at home that they used to just turn it inside out. You read in the stories. My father said there was a yid in Ungarn that he remembered that he would just put the jacket the other way, he'd turn it inside out. During the week he wore it one way, and then Shabbos he wore it the other way. And there were people that were so poor. But if a person could afford to, he should the Shabbos Dikah begodim or Shabbos Dikah begodim. And even in the chefts of a Shabbos Dikah levush, But the question they were asking was, why do we feel, maybe we're just fooling ourselves, why do I feel the aura of Shabbos if it's Tuesday? So that's just that because they dressed up as Shabbos and they felt the aura of Shabbos. So there's something that you could tap into, even with the begodim. Even with the begodim, you could tap into that. How else do we understand the Gemara in Shabbos? It tells us that if a person's lost in the midbar, you know the Gemara, a person's lost in the desert, and he lost track of time, because there's an accident, he's in the middle of nowhere, so he counts, and he makes Shabbos. So it's a whole machlokes. Is he able to say Shem Hashem by Kiddush and so on and so forth? He makes Shabbos. In other words, that he's careful of all melachas d'oraisa as much as he can be, and even d'rabbanan, but he makes a Shabbos. Then he comes out, he comes back to civilization. He finds out that he just made the last, 4 Tuesdays or something. He was making Shabbos on Tuesday. How could it be such a thing as a? So what does it mean that he makes Shabbos on Tuesday? And that he has to be careful not to do malachis. He counts 6 days on the 7th day. Shabbos, it's Tuesday. There's only 1 in 7 chance that he's right. I mean, it's not a very good percentage. It's probably not Shabbos. And yet, according to Allah, he's Kaveh Shabbos. He makes a Shabbos. He sings Yom Zemachubit. He takes out a piece of herring from his bag. A piece of kugel, he makes Shabbos. The chance is that it's not. So the intellectual will tell him, listen, Yaakov, this is not Shabbos. This is really most likely not Shabbos. And he's singing Yom Zemachubit Miklah. And he says, this is not Shabbos. And that's why we say, Yom Yom Echad B'Shabbos, Yom Yom Sheni B'Shabbos, Yom Shlishi B'Shabbos, Yom Shlishi B'Shabbos, Yom Chamishi B'Shabbos, Yom Shishi B'Shabbos. This Shabbos, Mamish. Because there's no Erev Shabbos the whole week. There's the Oisius of Shabbos and they're the whole week. And in that way, via the Nefesh, but it's possible even in Halacha that there's such a Metzias. Some Sefer talks about this. Mamish draws the Metzias of Shabbos. Now he takes those Oisius of Shabbos and he draws them into Tuesday. And he's sitting there in someplace in the desert and he's making Shabbos. And it's an emstik of Shabbos. And he has all the schusim of keeping Shabbos. That's some kind of joke. It's not Shabbos. It's not Shabbos. It's not Purim. So what's he making a Shabbos like a Purim over there in the middle of nowhere? Tells us it's the Iris of Shabbos. Chasam Sofer says that the Iris of Shabbos are always there. The Isis of Parchas. That's the Yisod that we learned from Tosh Chacham. Because Ein Siluk Moichin La'olam. It's just in a state of Geniza. It's in the archives. And in an emergency, you could pull it out from the archives. You draw it down. That's what that you're able to be Megalit, that are of Shabbos. And even that place that he's in the desert, he has to be careful with where he's going with carrying. In the Mokim is Miskades B'Kedusha Shabbos. It's Miskades B'Kedusha Shabbos. There's a Kedusha Shabbos in this place. And now the following week, it's not just that you got your Zeicher, you're building upon the earlier or to a higher Madrega. As I said, it's a step to go higher. It didn't go away. You go to something higher. So that's what you read the Nefila, Chayshach, all of that is only a way to get to higher Madrega. Not because it's a nice idea, it's a good concept. We're cheering for you and it's going to be good. It's a Metzias. It's a Metzias like that. That there's no Silik Marshal. To a high Madrega of connecting to Hashem's Metzias. After, when you pull yourself up from this Nefila, using these Urs to get to a higher Madrega. Not only did you not lose the or of the last Shabbos, you were kind of with a Kenyan, you acquired it. The Chodra afilu madregas on the muchas, and it is able to penetrate even into this darkness of this lowest place of darkness that you're in right now, into this desert time of your life. It penetrated into that place. It's in that place, in that time. And now it's Wednesday. You begin to work on with this material of last Shabbos. You begin to work on a higher madrega, which is next Shabbos, which is the coming Shabbos. It's a higher madrega because we're working towards Mashiach, which is Yom Shekul Shabbos for the higher long. Shihara Gvoyev Hamukiyos, which is even a high kach. The next page, kach Shala Olam Hadam Oila Oid Va'od. So the song is right. Od Yoter Tov. It's true. The song is right. Od Yoter Tov. It's better and better. You have to go over this. You have to go over this a lot. This is such a big yesod and everything. Yesh the ha'ara yoyser amuka. Chen kol tefillah tefillah. Madrega yoyser gevah ma'akademis lo. The next davening is in a higher madrega than the last davening. You didn't feel that. You have to be zarch. You have to be kind of that. That's there. After the Yom Tov, Shemotzui, She'achre, She'zocha Adam, Lo Ergodol B'chag, Chumargish Achre Chag, Yevida B'choshev. After Yom Tov is done, everybody feels terrible. Choshech, Yevida. Al Be'emes Ein Ze Yevida. El Adra Maschila Etzlo Avodah Gevol Yoser. Now you're beginning a higher, the next level. V'lahachnis es ha'or shel Chag, to take the or of Simchas Torah, of Rosh Hashanah, everything like that, into the Chol, into the week. The Behirus of Einot Muvado into the week. Shagam Behem Yatzlich lahachzik b'madrega shekibel b'chag, which is a high madrega that you're able to bring or into the choshech of the 6 days of the week, which is a high madrega. And so it is, and it continues on throughout the person's life. We should be saying.